So good afternoon to everybody following us from Limbe County, Liberia, in the diaspora, Limbians, Liberians, all over the world. We want to say good afternoon and a pleasant welcome to this special talk with Paramount Chief Franklin Towe of Limbe County Electoral District number 6, to be specific, Bo and Quila Administrative District. At this juncture, the Paramount Chief will be telling us much more what government needs to do to return the cultural heritage to eliminate or reduce some of those challenges being experienced by traditional leaders in the county and the country. So, Honorable, I want to say welcome.
Thank you very much, Justice Solo. Good to be here.
Okay, tell us your experience coming to Radio Limbe this afternoon.
Experience in terms of the road.
The road, your personal experience on the highway with the condition.
Well, very tedious. You know, the road is just a big rock and roll. But again, this too is Liberia. I'm sure the person is working. And with what we're hearing coming from Ganta to Grand Judah, to the southeast, I'm happy. I'm delighted. And also from Ganta to Senegambia, they are working. But from there, though Fidel road, it's not easy. What got to be done?
We understand the president will be coming to Limbe pretty soon. What is your call? What is the Council of Paramount Chiefs planning to present to the president?
Well, thank you very much. So, taking me, looking at me as a doyen of the Paramount Chief Council, I always say, snake cannot move over the hair must fall. But again, I came to Senegambia saying that there was a meeting held with the commissioner and other, the planning of the president trip. So I also taking the opportunity to call the Paramount Chief so that we can plan and plan well to welcome this our son and with something to tell him concerning the dilemma, how the Paramount Chief been, somehow marginalized.
Okay, so how are you going to do that? First, before we go to how you would do it, let's talk about what is in your communication to the president.
The communication is to actually wholeheartedly welcome him and give him the blessing that he wanted the luxurious son of this country and that vision, to carry the country forward. We are in support. But equally so, the Paramount Chief need some XYZ. We need a compound, or we call it a guest house. We are paying little. The most Paramount Chief making now should be 18 to 20,000 LD, and that is not enough to be booking guest houses in Gampa, Senegambia and Senegambia respectively. So we need a guest house of our own. So for the land, we're going to acquire in Senegambia, in Ganta, and Senegambia so that we can put a guest house that will accommodate the Paramount Chiefs and their interaction.
So you say guest house, what do you mean? Is it like a hotel or something like that?
Guest house, I would say guest house, but it's a kind of dwelling for the Paramount Chief. You may have many rooms and a conference room so that when the chiefs come, they meet, a guest house, baby rooms with inside bathroom, to accommodate the chiefs. It's like a motel, but it's a small motel, so-called a guest house, that will accommodate the chiefs.
So in the absence of that, how are you faring as chiefs of the county when you go to these centers you talk about, like Ganta, Senegambia, Senegambia, to carry on your functionality as a government official? How do you feel? How do you manage?
Well, we manage by going and stopping with our children, our uncles and sisters, who lives in the area. If they have one room, we'll have to beg to share that with them, or sometimes in the piazza, and it's very, very frustrating. But however, those that have some houses can sometimes accommodate one another. So you're always saying that when you go into the town as a stranger, the area that you always go, when you get there, please go there and find out whether there is accommodation. And that's how we've been doing it.
Has it been challenging?
Very, very much challenging.
Do you sometimes go through humiliation as a person?
Of course. When it's challenging, is actually, that's a humiliation by itself. So, as a person, yes, this is why sometimes we sacrifice a little salary that is not even coming on time. We go and spend it to maybe some sort of a motel, for some good, to be conducive to accommodate us, pay money.
Okay, this plea you are making to the government, is it in consultation with your colleagues at the Paramount Chief level?
Thank you very much. Yes, all of us saying this, and I'm also trying to say for those people who were not able to attend the core meeting that we're discussing, even though it's a common saying among other ourselves, we don't have a temporary holding cells, and then we have no cases coming to our office anymore. The children say, well, I'm only married to now. Somebody love to somebody girlfriend married with. Somebody with somebody, arrest. The way all on the arrest are married with. Somebody bust somebody glass and are married with. So what happened to the Paramount chief is because we don't have any way holding cell. So these people, if somebody rape somebody or kill somebody, when that matter reach on, where there's no police, what do? Should we go to the magistrate? Of course, magistrate could have some time distant from our operation. So with that, we need a temporary holding cell, not jailhouse, but cell to keep them for at least 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours to be transferred to the nearest police prison.
But some may say this could be limited to the police because you are not with the Ministry of Justice, you are with the executive.
Yeah. This to Liberia, the police person is not everywhere. For instance, Tabata detail, from Tabata to Toysan, hell of a long distance, to Pabli, where you hear from, hell of a long distance. What are the depot? Even if you send to Tabata police, depot right now, they'll tell you, you have to superintend. In other words, you got to pay money for one or two officers. And so now they are not even saying because we have manpower shortage. So it's all over the place. So I'm saying that to say that government must double up to bring police all over the area, but equally so, our temporary withholding cell should be given back to the Paramount chief, not only in Limbe, but the 15 counties.
There has been claimed that many of the Paramount chiefs have been abusing that power of giving you the right to withhold some of these alleged perpetrators. Some of you were abusing it, so that was the reason why they took that power from you.
Well, that's a speculation, that's allegation, that's something that cannot be actually. If Honorable Toy did it, say that Toy. If Doma did it, say that Doma. But okay, we don't know the name of these Paramount chiefs. So if they are with her because of certain reason, it means that it's not done. And I don't want to believe that. However, we are saying this will be done with some, stipulation, with some direction as to, the function of the Paramount chief. In other words, you cannot always exercise and then, a duty.
Okay.
For I know it's just a temporary withholding cell, not to confine anybody, internally, and then, no.
So let's talk about the challenges faced by Paramount chiefs in areas where we don't have police presence, like in Buyandoro, like in Boenquila, like in Babli. How has it been? What are the challenges?
The challenge is there, the challenges are there, and this is what leading to the overcrowdedness of the magisterial court cases. People are going to magistrate because when you go to Paramount, you know where to keep this criminal. Well, you cannot, have result for your case. So they are running to magistrate. And the magisterial court too, they don't have that, detention center or that jailhouse. They got little only for their court. So I'm saying all that to say that it's a problem, and you can take, tour. The journalism dealer can take you around, and you'll see this for yourself.
Okay, let's talk about the coming of the president. Some may say there are so many challenges in Limbe, but you are talking about the construction of guest houses in Saklepe, Ganta, and Sanikole, and the construction of withholding cells for Paramount chief. There are other challenges. What would you say?
Thank you. If the government don't, construct, we ourselves can construct the withholding cell. The government are not even opening offices for all the Paramount chiefs. So some of us are still, operating from our own level. For instance, in Toysan, I build my own Palawa hut that I'm using until they can construct that Paramount chief compound and seriously machine hut. But I'm saying to say that the guest house is something that the government can do with little or nothing. This country is rich. The money that we have, women, cannot be compared to other countries. Even Nima County. Nima County is rich. Look at it, Astar Metal. Look at the concession. Look at it, the scribe. Too much money. But how do we invest it? Only you got to be in it. How to talk for yourself. No senator speaking for all, no representative. So we are coming as a Paramount chief to speak on this and request, honestly, the county administration, the county government, and the county government to come to our aid. It's a need.
Okay, so let's go a little bit to culture and tradition.
Right.
The people of Babli Administrative District, to be specific, European Newtown, which has predominant Gyo inhabitants, and Europe, not Europe, but Bewale, which is dominated by the Crown. Recently, there was a strife between the two people, which came as a result of the death of a daughter of Europe who was married in Bewale. And you being a Paramount chief, a custodian of tradition and culture, what has been your take so far?
Well, thank you. Unfortunately, I was not in. I left Toysan on a tour when that news hit us. But what I've been saying in the past, and maybe I need to compound on it, is that the Paramount chief should have some cordial working relationship where we can move to one end and put things under control. But that cannot be done without the concern of the county administration. They may think that we are trying to to overlap function. But if indeed the county inspector and the superintendent, what we need is peace. But they always say they are not, I don't know, maybe they are not capacity enough to go to the places. Because I'm hearing that since that time, superintendent have been there. I've heard about rumors. You know what I mean? So when would they go? But if I'm right into it, just give me the authorization to move in, and I'll go there with honor. You know what I mean? But we have to work this thing out. Because while Europe, Old Town, New Town, Bobby, same place, same people. Whether you want to speak Crown or Gyo, woman, we are in the same boat. So we have to be each other better keepers.
Okay. So the president is coming soon. What plan do you have to meet with your people? Are you meeting, or you want to use a different medium to send the communication across?
Thank you. The total want to throw blow, but the hand too short. If I had a means, I want to meet with them within a few times, take a quick tour, but my car is done. I have a car, my Jeep, that is down, and I'm trying to do the overhauling the engine. But send that is the key, and the time is short. National arena. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming to our studio, Honorable Franklin Towe.
Okay. Thank you.
He's the Paramount Chief of Yeah, you can go ahead.
Thank you. There's an issue of sandy activities going on in mine control area.
Okay.
And when I heard that, I sent for the zoo, but on tour in Ganta, and when the people went and said they're waiting result, or else another team will come from Monrovia. So I'm telling the people in top play, by the region, Toytown region, whoever the zoo that came on that sandy activity, please report. Another man is called him Laurie Gongbe, carrying on circumcision of youngster men and giving them to women. That one is another matter. That is traditional in nature. I'm going to handle.
That brought my attention to taking young women and girls to the Sunday bush, especially when the schools are in session.
Thank you.
What has been your involvement so far? I mean, your office involvement.
My office involvement to stop them, to fund them $300 US so that will not repeat itself. If you call internal affairs, I spoke to Jala and I called the county inspector. They are all in the know. They told me to move in there and I sent my team there. But what I heard is the zoo will be coming. I will hear from them, and they are hurrying up to put the children out. But that is belated. Why do it in the first place? Please don't do that. It's government mandate that when school is session, all those things should put to halt. And for that, I'm going to implement mine to letter. So I'm taking it serious.
So besides the financial fine or the fine that they will pay with money, is there another punishment?
The punishment is your license can be suspended, and the group can be closed. I mean, there are so many punishments, but I'm just laying the most because right now the coronavirus, yes, but the economic virus too, right alongside. So when you can pay $300 US or the equivalent at this time, you will not do it anymore.
Thank you so much, Chief.
Or else you face a jail sentence.
Okay, that was where I wanted to go because people claim that those guys who have the Sunday society or who do the Sunday school, they collect a lot of money.
Too much.
Yeah, they collect too much money, and even the money they collect from the children is more than what the children pay in the real academic school. You see, so it could be I can recruit about 50 children and just take $200 or $300 US worth in LD and give us a fine and continue with my school. So if you send these people to jail, I think it will deter the process.
Yes, jail time is imminent.
Okay, thank you so much.